boy, JetBlack, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video, I'm going to be playing some Tron. So I hope you guys are hype. I'm about to post in our Discord. I am streaming a Tron game on the channel. Feel free to join the voice chat if you want to talk on stream. There we go. Cool. So I've added that to the chat. Hopefully the homies see it. Let's see. So I just got a message. No worries. I have just started a live stream. I will be available to talk shortly. I should be done with the stream in an hour or so. Okay, cool. So without further ado, let's get started with this hour-long Tron stream. Let's see. So I haven't done any of the cycle missions or any of the stream missions. Ooh, so the stream missions are actually like randomized missions where you try to survive as long as possible? That's actually kind of interesting. I've never done either of those before. I'm going to stick with the disc missions just because I haven't finished those and it looks like there are only 10 of those in the first place. So let's get to it. Disc. Let's see, so it looks like I've already done this one. It looks like I haven't done this one yet. So let's do number 4. Let's just hit play. Let's hop on in. Do 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 do. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Hey, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bam bam. Do 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 do. Hey, do 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 do. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get the Eradicator companion. It essentially will like shoot at enemies as I run. And I'm just gonna play. I don't really need anything more than that.
Program escaping.
So as you guys can see, there's like an infinite runner style game. I'm trying to remember what you do to throw your like Tron disc or whatever. Because I feel like I'm still gonna want to throw the disc sometimes. I just don't remember what okay, it's right trigger. It's similar to like a shooting game. Oh, I think my companion that like kills enemies died when I hit that big wall. Got me. But that's okay. I can do that all by myself. I actually really do like the feel and aesthetic of this game. It's like a fun game to play, just to pass the time. Oh, you know what? My guy who fights enemies probably didn't fire at that wall. Just because that wall is like an obstacle, it's not an enemy. So that's like good to keep in mind. But I do think this is like a really solid Tron game. For PlayStation 3, I had like a more open world Tron, like parkour game or whatever. I kind of felt like it was doing too much. Like it was probably doing more than it needed to. Tron back in the day was just like a pretty casual arcade game with a few different like mini game modes. And that's kind of just what this is. Like I feel like this is like a good way to bring Tron into the modern day. I like the aesthetic. I like that you can play as like classic looking Tron characters and more modern looking Tron characters. You can pick between whether or not you're going to the color. You can get different like add-ons to like change your player experience, like having a disc that has different abilities, or having like a companion that has different abilities. Let's see, we didn't do as hot this time around compared to the previous one that I did. The previous one that I did, I felt like I did a lot better at. Oh, sweet. So I got like 2 out of 3. Still not the best, but not bad. For a minute I thought I was going to get 1 out of 3. I was like, wah, wah, but you get like a bonus at the end. I will say that the load screens for this game are longer than I remember them being, but that's okay. In case you guys are wondering, like, when did I ever play this before? So I actually had this game with my PlayStation Now subscription, and the issue with PlayStation Now games, which are games that you, like, stream, is that you can't actually live stream those games while you're, like, streaming them to play them. And even if you download a PlayStation Now game, I think it keeps you from actually being able to, whatchamacallit? It keeps you from being able to live stream it, even if you downloaded it. There's something about PlayStation Now where it doesn't really live. But that's okay. So far, so good. This is a good, like, get in the flow kind of game. You just kind of vibe with it. You still have to, like, focus on what's going on. But you have to make sure that you react in the right way to everything. But I also think it's, like, fairly relaxing. Like, there's a lot going on, but at the same time, it doesn't seem too crazy. Ooh. Okay, so I used the dodge feature, which I normally don't use. It gives you like a more, damn. It gives you like a jerkier movement in order to like get out of the way. So for that last one, I was a little too low, so I didn't land quite on the platform like I was wanting to. You have to make sure that your elevation's up. Whenever you get hit, or I guess get hurt, you lose your companion. So that sucks. So I no longer have like an auto shooter, which is what my Eradicator companion says. Oh! Whoa, no! I think there's also a score penalty whenever you die.
System shutdown.
But I'm not entirely sure about that. Don't quote me on that. Ooh! 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing. So I died all 3 times. Okay. So that gives you shields. That collects nearby bits. That doubles your score. I do like the Eradicator, so I think I'm going to stick with the Eradicator and then hop back in.
Disc combat sequence.
Fingers crossed.
3,000 meters to portal.
Okay. That's close.
System breach detected.
Just need to think on my feet. Also, I hope the live chat's working, because I do want to be able to talk with you guys. Oh, speaking of talking with people while I play, if you guys hop into the Discord, I'm actually in the group chat on the Discord. Nerdtaker said Tron. Okay. Yo, Nerdtaker, hope you're having a happy fun day today. I also hope that you're having a happy fun day today. How have you been, my dude? What have you been up to? It's good to hear from you. For like a split second, I thought I heard my phone ring, and then it just didn't. And I was like, well, I was missing a call. Let's see. So I'm going to be doing this stream for about an hour. So far, I'm like 10 minutes in. I'm curious if there's enough games actually for me to play it for now. I think there is, because I haven't done any of the Tron cycle stuff yet. I've only been doing the like runner portion so far, which are fun on their own, to be honest. There's plenty of like complex-based stuff that you have to do. I'm doing a lot better than I did last time.
1,000 meters to program end.
Did you guys hear about that Among Us chicken nugget that sold for almost $100,000? Somebody on eBay posted a chicken nugget for auction that was shaped like an Among Us character, and someone paid almost $100,000. I'm very curious to whoever bought that chicken nugget, what are you planning to do with it? Is there like some way to preserve chicken nuggets that I'm not aware of? To make it where you could at the very least like frame it up or something and say like, this is my $100,000 chicken nugget or whatever. I'm always curious why people buy food that's shaped like famous / popular thing. Because I don't really get the point. Especially for like so much money. I wonder if it's something that people do because they're like diehard collectors. Like maybe if you collect literally every Among Us thing that you can find, then you would want to buy that chicken nugget. But I don't know what would get someone to bid that much money on the Among Us chicken nugget. If it's not like for the meme or to flex, or you're like legitimately like a big fan. Are they going to eat the chicken nugget? Because they probably shouldn't eat the chicken nugget. I think that would be kind of gross. For a number of reasons, actually. Also, can you guys hear me? Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. I imagine you guys can, but I'm not entirely sure. That's why I'm double checking. So I'm going to buy the Eradicator again. There we go. And let's hop into another game.
Combatant, prepare for discipline.
I'm a big fan of this thing.
3,000 meters to program end.
Ooh, maybe they got a different music track on this one.
Intruder detected.
Definitely a fun Man, if I use like the bot that doubles your score, I think that would be like way cool. Wow. I mean, I like the bot that like shoots for me because it's like I don't have to focus on as much. But I also think if I was using the double score bot, I'd be in like a high score like pretty much every time.
Assertion is null.
Ooh. They're throwing like bombs at me. That's smooth. It makes those guys definitely more of a threat. Oh wow! I don't think the bombs hurt me directly, they like destroy the platform. He really got me tripped up when he did that. I was not prepared for him to blow up the floor. And now I have to keep my eyes peeled more for when enemies show up because I lost my companion before I hurt. Yeah, I'm considering getting like the pink jungle room. The point jungle is pretty cool. Oh, sweet. Okay. There we go. Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Right now I'm streaming Tron. Ooh. Yo, Camaro guy. I also see that you are in the voice chat. Welcome, my dudes. Feel free to watch the stream while we hang out if you want. If not, that's cool. We can just talk about whatever.
Let's talk about one of the things I thought of today was that, because I'm free mostly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you free mostly, right?
Right.
And you know who else free mostly? Michelle free mostly. She ain't got classes in the summer or a job. So it's like, Michelle, what if the three of us hung out like one of these groups? Like at Nick's place. Like Michelle could see Nick's place, and we could all hang out and play like Minecraft or something, or blah blah blah, whatever, blah blah blah. Well, that seems like a cool thing.
Yeah, I'm open to that. Is that something that Michelle would want to do? Like, what did she think of the idea, right?
Like, fine with it and stuff.
Okay.
Like, it's, we'd actually try and schedule.
Yeah, we'd have to, like, plan it to see if she would also. Yeah. So, yeah, I have nothing against that. That could be cool.
Right now, she's like, I was over talking to her, rolling on, talking about, like, character locations, cast sizes, stuff, blah, blah, blah. We really have fun. See your eyes, and then flop, and go in.
Understandable. Also, I'm here with you. I'm fighting this big-ass tank. I'm fighting this tank. And I'm a dude with the kiss. Well, technically, I'm a girl with the kiss. I didn't know they had boss fights.
Remember kill all those guys in that, the Lord of the Rings thing? They just keep flopping up.
Ooh, I didn't, damn, I didn't think I was gonna make that. So, that Lord of the Rings thing, I eventually just stopped playing. Like, you were here when I played that, and when I stopped playing it, like, I haven't played that since. I might play it some more later. Did you like the Lord of the Rings game? I'm glad that you tried it. I'm gonna be streaming the Tron game, until the stream hits like an hour, to which then once it hits an hour, and I gotta start over. So I'm gonna be playing the Tron game until it hits an hour, and then I'm going to dip out. Yo, Camaro. Feels like a Camaro guy's like cutting batteries cutting on his mic and cutting off his mic. Just kind of
Mic is on it, like it's not stupid. It's going for
I heard you say I'll put my headphones in, and like that came through here. I don't think this boss fight's hard, it just feels so subtle. And then you don't just fight the boss, it's like you gotta fight the boss and then play through the normal level afterwards. double shit. What? How is that? So now I'm down to my last life, and it's pretty much just the start of the level, it seems like. Fascinating. Wow. They get you with that jump, you like barely have time. But yeah, I might play more of that Lord of the Rings game in the future. I definitely enjoyed back when I used to play it back in the day. I just need to get... Ooh, welcome. I just need to get better about that Lord of the Rings game, like when it comes to trying to reduce the castings. Because you're supposed to use like different strategies to fight the castings and stuff like that. And the issue that I had when I was playing, hanging out with Ryan, is that the captains were like half, so you have to fight like a whole bunch of boss level characters like all at once.
Right. Like, it reminds me of like Assassin's Creed, how like a lot of those, or like the past ones, were kind of like just like one captain level guy and either just like jump or assassinate or something.
Defense systems
But like with
online.
this, it's like it's funny if you just try to do that run up and melee everyone. Because these captains will just keep like multiplying and getting harder and harder to fight. Like you can't just keep doing the melee fight. Because you'll be able to treat your you actually have to do these like more stealthy, take them off, and like isolate track.
Damn. I didn't know that there was a platform under there. Okay. We didn't need it. Now we're just back to normal. As long as I don't eat. Oh man, that part's so tricky. It's like tricky for no reason. Ryan, would you ever play this Tron game? Margaret Davis said hello. Yo, Margaret, welcome to stream. Yo, if you would like to talk with us in the voice chat, feel free to jump on our Discord. I actually have a video on how to join the Discord. Ryan, the Tron game that you saw me play when you came over that one time. It's that same Tron.
That? No, I probably wouldn't want to play that.
Ryan doesn't.
I would want to play the, like,
Lord of the Rings game.
like one of those Batman games.
Interesting. Do you like that Batman style of combat?
I haven't really played the Batman style, but I kind of feel like the movement and like I probably would.
Ooh, Jason
Like I
said
like
it's me.
Assassin's Creed party that.
Good to see you. Cool. I feel like the Batman style, Lord of the Rings style game is more like rhythmy, I would say, than Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I know they're just like, in a very, very general
I agree they're kind of similar.
kind of the stealth mechanics and that kind of thing. Besides, like, just the melee combat,
How do
like
you
a lot.
get through when it does the blue wave? That's what worries me. Not get hit by that.
Breathing, yeah, just like somebody.
I think I've only lost one life. So as long as I can keep it going and not eat shit.
Unauthorized program activity.
Oh damn! I haven't watched any of the Bad Batch at all. What do you think of it so far?
It's impossible.
Fine. It kind of rooted themselves on Fort Montel. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how that continues to progress. I guess. Yeah. We're gonna establish Star Wars.
I'm unaware. Anything about it?
A lot of people wouldn't necessarily know about some of the planets that they don't visit based on movies. You don't mention movies. But like, if you play a lot of Star Wars video games, I guess it's mainly where like a lot of you get free like experience. You know, like these like RTS, like Empire at War things, have all these planets, like Battlefront or something. There's games things where you get to see some of these planets a bit that they can then be like sort of fleshed out on like TV shows, stuff like Rebels and Clone Wars and things like that, or like the Mandalorian.
That makes sense.
Or like a place that's only like, or like a place that's first sort of like mentioned as like a name, like a book, you know, and then you get to see a little video game and
Program eradicated
on the cartoon show, and then you might see it in a movie. But usually in the movies they go into like new places, like the sequel trilogy, they went to a bunch of new places. They made up for that kind of like sort of post like prequel era places.
That's the issue with being allowed to create more when you already have a foundation. More often than not, writers like to just be able to say new things, so I don't have to look too hard at old things that I don't necessarily make them know things.
Right. I mean, like, a bunch of planets, you know, have, like, aliens that inhabit them, so then you don't want to, like, deal with whatever that alien situation is. You just need to get equate with a full planet. But yeah, this Star Wars is like a whole ass galaxy. You can't just kind of fold them to a larger atlas map.
I most certainly agree. Hopefully we don't just die. This one certainly is going to show us. I know there's a part coming up where you have to slide one right after the other. It's not here.
What do you mean it's like 21 years ago? Like 2080 now? So with Jesus coming back in sort of like Christian mythology that 20 years ago, then I guess like nobody noticed. You know, like it's like this kind of thing is like if the world ended in like 2012 or something, like well we're all still here nominally, and it doesn't seem like anything. So like either the Book of Revelation stuff was just like false or something, like none of that would happen if Jesus is back now. Like it's just not happening, I guess, or like it's happening differently or something, you know? Like what even was the implication to that be?
Yeah.
Like that Jesus comes back, but then none of that shit is gonna happen. Because like the whole point of him coming back was all just like, you know, like end of the world apocalypticism stuff would happen, right? But if none of that is happening, then I guess that's not tied to like Jesus coming back. Did he say 2,000 years later? Like I don't remember hearing any actual dates from him because he didn't say he would be back, because he wasn't doing the whole, like, I'm a god thing in, like, the Bible verses attributed to him being alive. Too hard, right? Like, it's not giving dates or anything.
Camaro can just use, like, verse quotes or whatever. Like, if he has any specific information. Yeah. I feel like when it comes to, like, any kind of debate that has to do with a specific book, you can just look at the book. Just, like, I don't see that hard. Like, just, if you make a claim, back it up with the book.
Like, you ask me for, like, the question of what if Jesus returned in the year 2000 in the context of the claims of the Bible, or one of the versions of the Bible would make for when Jesus comes back? And, like, apply that to, like, what hasn't happened in the last 21 years? To do that, I guess. Like, because if he comes back, in some sort of like Christian way that he like return. Like if he's gonna return in this Christian way stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that any of the he's doing that meme about the bread. It was freaky in the video.
Loading disk combat sub.
I don't have enough context to know what's going on.
You ever seen that video? Godzilla like showed you the free bread video. Yeah, so it could be that like the Christianity thing is true. Some of it, right? Like he's coming back and he's sort of weird God person or whatever. But then like Revelation is false. If he came back and stuff. But like then you would also have to see specifics of like where is he then? Like if he came back in 2000, like where did he land? Like where did he come back? Is he like walking around like silver bomb?
So, I noticed there are multiple people in the voice chat. Is Ryan just the only person that's talking about that? No. It's totally fine for people to talk about it. Nope. No.
Here we go.
No, I'm good on that. Let's see. Batman said, my fucking eyes. Yeah, so the Tron game is very busy. I like it. I think it's like
That wolf said, here we go.
Has anyone else been able to text to speak? That's like the first one I ever heard.
1,000 meters to water.
Oh, I'm so close to beating this one. This one was easier than the one with the for
One day
sure.
Verde said he will open my ass and shit will fall.
Who will?
That wolf said my ass. One day Verde said breathing energy.
It's this.
That wolf said big ass energy.
Batman said, also Benson, I can't hear you. Too loud. I turned the music down hella hard earlier.
That wolf said anus energy.
Okay, I can try and turn down the music. I don't think it's a music thing. I think it has to do with my mic, to be honest.
One day Verde said what is just saying.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Cause your boy Godzilla isn't actually in like the VC. He could just be in the VC. Yeah, is everything okay, Godzilla? Not hopping in to the voice chat. Take me to the
One day
main
Goo
menu.
Verde said, what is Google? Bad Wolf said, hear the words of Nick's ass hat. One day Goo Verde said, is it the knockoff Bing shit?
That would be an interesting parallel universe to exist in. So the audio, right, is already turned hella down, like for everything.
Hella up.
So now the music is this loud and like the special effects are this loud. I still feel like you won't be able to hear me well. It has to do with the fact that I'm using like a mounted microphone. Like the PlayStation camera is the mic, but it also is garbage. Like the mic sensitivity I think is just not very good. But let me know if you guys can hear me any better or any worse on the live stream.
One day Goo Verde said, Ryan, tell me how Jet is.
Like, you want me to tell you in the chat? Because you're not in this voice thing where I'm talking either.
So, let's see. Fan Man said, cheap ass man. Cheap ass man. So the reason why I use like the camera microphone is because I used to have.
Said Jet is fine, I guess.
Is because I used to use like a plug-in.
Wolf replied to Camaro Guy no. One day Goo Verde said also who the fuck is Jesus?
So I also used to use.
One day Goo Verde said I only know Oakland.
The grind rail thing is actually kind of interesting. Suddenly feeling like some Tony Hawk shit. I fuck with that. That's actually like a cool change up for the gameplay, to be honest. Hey. I fucks with this. It's kind of like the wall run, but you can do a little bit extra. Little. But yeah, oh, I used to have a microphone that plugged into my controller. But that eventually just went bad. So I just couldn't really use it anymore. And I've never replaced that microphone. I've just always used the PlayStation camera.
When Goo Verde, a guy who died 2,000 years ago named Joshua, people translated his name a bunch so they called him Jesus for some reason.
Let's see, so we got the grind rail going. My Eradicator is doing like a pretty good job. Let's see.
Fat Wolf replied to rating aka CJ Yamagi is lit. Fat Wolf said I read all the manga.
I've been looking at a lot of Saint Seiya recently. Seems like everybody's dying.
One day Goo Verde replied to Bad Wolf as he is strong as Oakland to have the sprint that protects humanity from those tall dark ones of Narco.
Let's see. Almost there. Sliding it up.
Bad Wolf said probably not.
I'm so close. The finish line is just right down this way. It's a lot.
One day Goo Verde said the Holy Flame wins again.
Okay. Almost there. So a little bit further.
Bad Wolf said he had some magic trick.
Transmission denied.
Ooh, and we are in the home stretch. Made it to the end. Ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-da-dum. Forward. We made it in. Do, 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 do. Baba boy. Let's see. Have you seen any interesting nerd news on Twitter, Ryan?
The fuck is a nerd news?
We have this conversation, I think, on a regular basis. It's like comic news,
Okay.
movie news,
Neil Gaiman,
video
right?
game news. Mm-hmm.
So laughing at all of these idiots on Twitter.
Yeah, about the Sandman stuff. People are upset about the casting.
Still doing that.
Right? Is Eric Larson still posting about comic books he owns and doesn't own?
The what?
Is Eric Larson still posting about comic books that he owns and doesn't
I
own?
haven't seen Eric Larson on the feed much, but he's probably still doing that.
I also imagine he's still doing that. It sounds like what he'd be doing.
I mean, couldn't you just follow Eric Larson yourself to see if he's doing that?
To be honest, I'm not super hype about whether or not he's doing that. I just think it's funny that he does do that. I don't know what that acts like to do that. It's just something he wants to share, and that's totally cool. See, so I'm gonna stream for about.
Has that UFO doc
Dropped
thing
yet?
dropped yet?
I don't believe so. That's why I was so keen.
About that time.
Yeah, June, but we don't know when in June the UFO UAP doc is supposed to drop. So we're just kind of waiting. That's why I was thrown when Camaro guy shared that one article that was like, the U.S. has found like no evidence of da-da-da, because like that doc is just not out. Like that report has not dropped. And that's
Right, but it's like a pre-doc report, like article.
That sounds weird. Why would you drop?
Like the evidence we have before the doc is just the same evidence we knew about before. Just having a new evidence. It's kind of like, so this hype around the drop of the doc, right? Like for this last like month or stuff, right? But we don't have any new information until the doc drops.
Right.
So they're like putting out an article to capitalize on the hype. They don't actually have anything new to say.
Right.
So they're just repeating shit from like 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I didn't hit the
That's
grind.
probably what that article.
Yikes.
Big squirrel with six-pack, huge nutsack, shock dog walker. I mean, you shouldn't be sleeping on these squirrels. Like, you ever seen like Sandy and like SpongeBob? Like, what's SpongeBob?
They're
They know kung fu.
geniuses. Yeah, if we go by the SpongeBob logic.
Karate or whatever. Got it.
Master inventor, speaking of which, I wonder if that Sandy standalone film will be good. It's so weird to think about, because I'm like, who's gonna be the supporting cast for like a Sandy spin-off movie, if not just the normal SpongeBob guys?
They could just like invent like a whole like family of Texan like squirrels or something, you know?
They could do that.
Like she implies she has like a whole family like back home with squirrels, I guess.
Is she gonna like leave
Never,
the
like,
ocean?
See that? Well, like they leave the ocean, but they only go to that little island up top in the show, and then they like leave the ocean in like the movies and stuff.
And
I
it's-
haven't watched the movies.
I've only seen the first
Or I've
movie.
seen like the first one, right?
Right.
Yeah, but like I don't know if they're doing the other one. Fish out of water, and shit. But like sponge out of water. I don't know, they do something like that if they want, or just have a sandy focused thing in the ocean or whatever. You know?
I guess the question is, if you do it in the ocean, why isn't SpongeBob like involved with it? Just on whatever she's doing.
I mean, like Sandy wasn't really in like the first movie. Just shit like that. Like it's just her perspective, her doing the thing. Maybe he's around and has like a cameo, but he's off doing something else. He's working at the Krusty Krab the whole time.
That's fair.
So they can just do that.
Agreed. They can just do that. If that's what they want to do. It's so fucking close. Come on. Don't fuck me. Yeah. Making it. Bum 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 bum. Kratos sent me a trailer for No Man's Sky recently, and it was just like an old trailer. It's from like October of last year, and it really threw me when I first saw it, because I was like, Oh, didn't No Man's Sky like just drop like a new trailer that Kratos showed me like a few days ago? So then I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, he sure did send me a new trailer like a few days ago. Is there just another one? No. Why is he showing me this old trailer? Do. Ryan, do you think No Man's Sky would be fun to play together? Why or why not?
What do you mean play together?
Like if we local multiplayer No Man's Sky, do you think that'd be fun?
Does it work? Like we tried doing that with Minecraft, and it just didn't fucking work. So like, does local multiplayer like work on like No Man's Sky?
Fingers crossed? Question mark? Cause
like not even getting into like gameplay or whatever. Like even worse. Like, do they even have a local multiplayer?
I'll look into it. I think they might.
I don't even know if that's a thing. I've never played regular No Man's Sky, so I don't know how fun it actually is.
That's fair. I will say that is one thing that I think about whenever they say No Man's Sky, but we've added like this, that, and the other to it. Because I'm like, was base No Man's Sky really not fun?
Minecraft or something. Like, I've played like normal Minecraft for a few dozen hours or something.
Right. Oh fuck. So you already have like a level of familiarity.
Well, yeah, and then I've also like watched people play Minecraft and like these like Minecraft stick figure animation video episode like 40, you know, for like years. Because it's got like a bunch of like kind of cultural osmosis on the internet. Like I've like watched any Let's Plays and thing of No Man's Sky. Like the only thing of No Man's Sky I've really seen
is that
like,
internet
like
historian video. Yep.
Video.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, or like a few other videos like that talking about No Man's Sky. Of like this thing kind of like trailery B-roll from like back when it first dropped or something. So I haven't seen any like new No Man's Sky really like footage to like get excited about or anything.
That's fair.
Or to get a feel for what it would be like to play the way you can for like a Let's Play kind of. But like I haven't seen any of that or recent. So I'm following and doing that. I don't even know if my wife played like Cool Map, No Man's Sky before they added everything back when it was like alone in the universe. No Man's Sky. Like maybe I'd like that, but I don't know if I would. Like that, let alone any of the new shit.
Right. I feel like that's true for a lot of people too. They added that you can like add more aliens as pets and that you can ride like flying aliens and stuff like that like fairly recently. And I'm like, that's interesting, I guess, but what all can you even do with your pets in the first place to make that matter? Like just ride them, I suppose? Cool. They follow you around? Cool. I'm curious if your pets like fight for you or not. Like if you get attacked by like a hostile alien, will your pets be like, oh no you don't, like in Lego Worlds? I feel like that's my thing. If like No Man's Sky plays like Lego Worlds, then I think it'd be like pretty dope. If No Man's Sky feels less than Lego Worlds, then I feel like it's gonna be like almost like, well, why aren't we just playing Lego Worlds kind of thing. Speaking of which,
yeah, I mean, we could just also
play Lego Worlds.
Oh, that's the thing though, right? Like if Michelle comes over, we could show Michelle the glory of Lego Worlds.
Can you play 3-player Lego Worlds?
No, but like we could just, you know, have one of us not play and have her try out Lego Worlds or something, you know?
That's a possibility.
Or watch some of those animes that me and Michelle haven't seen. Because I don't think any of those ones that like we watched the other day, like 20-year-old anime, Michelle hasn't seen like any of them as well.
That's fair.
So like, all we have to do is even just rewatch one of those like episodes once, and then me and Michelle would be caught up, and then from there we could just do a marathon. watching it.
I'm glad that you
We
like
didn't even get that deep on any of those shows. We just kind of did like a, inch deep on like 5 shows. Doing a wide first, testament.
That's fair. I'm glad that you liked it
The only
when
one
you
I
were watching
probably
it.
wouldn't be watching
Is Blue Dragon
like
because you
Blue
fell
Dragon.
asleep. Yeah, I will.
It's not even sleep. I don't think I care about Blue Dragon. The other ones seem more interesting. Well, that I probably like. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird
Game over.
kind of kiddie bowling thing. Like, I don't know. I'm excited.
I get it, Ryan. You think Blue
Like, I'm
Dragon is
not
doomed?
even like a Dragon Ball fan or anything. So
You
I
don't
really
need
like,
to be a Dragon Ball
well, I don't
fan to
dislike,
like
but I'm
Blue
not like
Dragon.
super hype on like Toriyama design or anything. It's like that's not like a big reason to watch the show or anything.
So you're like, visually, it's just kind of whatever.
Like the first episode didn't get me excited to watch it.
Oh, Fan Man said, Nick, give me sweet and sour sauce.
3,000 units to program.
Interesting. From where? Like, where would you have a specific brand of sweet
I
and
mean, you
sour
have
sauce?
like the ketchup, right?
I do. Maddie actually
Ordered a bunch of
used.
stuff.
Ah, fuck. Maddie actually
If
used
you
some of that
ordered a
ketchup.
bunch of stuff with sweet and sour sauce, like extra packs or something, then you could build up a supply of sweet and sour sauce. And you could give to the guy asking about the sauce.
Fan Man said from McDonald's. The only thing I get from McDonald's
That
is like
sounds like a lot of
breakfast food.
effort, right?
I don't know why I would get sweet and sour sauce with my breakfast food from McDonald's.
Or why you give him that guy?
I mean, if he came over and I had excess sweet and sour sauce, I don't
If
think
you don't, you'd have to go get some.
true. But I'm saying if I did, right? I don't think I'd be like,
Like,
no,
can't they
get
just
away.
get their own sweet and sour sauce?
And it would probably be
Like, even if you're
easier.
doing like McDonald's, it doesn't seem that hard to find a McDonald's and get some sauce.
That's fair.
Is it like a Szechuan sauce situation? I don't think so.
Agreed. I like to get sweet and sour sauce from Wendy's. I like to dip my fries in. You know what I think is like an overrated thing to dip French fries in?
French fries?
To dip them in other French fries. Is that something that you do?
I think it's overrated. Like, who gives a shit about that?
I haven't heard anyone hype that up.
Exactly, that's how overrated it is.
That's not how overrated works.
Yeah, it's so overrated, no one gives a shit.
Yep, that's just not how overrated works though. If you were like, it's underrated, no one ever talks about it. But
Yo,
it's good.
guys.
Fuck.
You get hyped because today's the anniversary of Ronald Reagan's death.
Nope. Not particularly.
Yo, if I was in the room with Nick, I'd try and give him a high five.
That does sound like the kind of thing you would try to high five me. Yeah. I asked Ryan if he wanted to hang out today, and he was like, I'm free, but we should.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing instead of hanging out? So fun.
I'm on the Discord.
Yeah, it's like you're just
Hanging
hanging
out.
out. Yeah, it's still hanging out.
Yeah, but there's a difference between hanging out in person and hanging out on...
3,000 units to program.
That's true. Fanman said, I really wish I didn't spend $200 on you. Oh, it's Tank Man. He just changed his name from Tank Man to Fan Man. He said, I wanted you to watch
Explain why you
Madness.
want sauce.
Why he wants sweet and sour sauce? I don't think that does explain why he wants sweet and sour sauce. No, it doesn't.
Program detected.
I was saying, oh, because it's like, now I know who this is. Kind of thing. He said, I wanted you to watch Madness. Watch Madness. What's Madness?
Well, I mean...
I heard you say, well, I mean, and then you said, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, insofar as... Is Nick even, like, uploading a lot of videos? Anyway?
I'm getting back into the swing of things, or whatever. I was like going on like dates and stuff. I just had less time. And even now I'm like hanging out with friends and stuff, and I just still have less time.
Like playing AI dungeons, like whatever Hangman wanted you to do, regardless of pay, like you were not doing that.
For like a hot minute. Yeah.
Like AI dungeon videos or whatever.
That's true. I don't even have my AI Dungeon 2 subscription thing anymore. I don't think the game's bad. I just wasn't playing it often enough to feel like it was worth it. Because it's around the same cost as like bills. Like $30 a month isn't too far away from like my water bill or whatever for like a game that I'm just not playing. Got me. It's also not that much money, to be honest. But like, if I'm gonna be paying that much, it should be for something like PlayStation Now or something like that, where you get like a whole bunch of games. Not to say that AI Dungeon 2 isn't a good game on its own. I feel like if I was playing it just every day like I was before, the $30 a month would just make more sense. Excuse me. Fanman said AI Dungeon has become bad. Oh fuck, I didn't use the thing. Oh no. Oh no. Because, and then he said, well, you know, lol. I've heard mixed things. I've heard that, like, some people got really screwed over by, like, the big change thing that they did with, like, the new filter. I've heard other people have used it and it's, like, not had an effect on them for real. So I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know if it's, like, bad now. I do wish that...
I'm on it anyway to test for himself.
Exactly. So I have no idea personally. Camaro Gaming was like, you should check out Novel AI. And Novel AI does seem like it's a thing that's like advertising itself as like a AI dungeon killer. It's like AI dungeon, but if you actually want to write a novel or whatever. Then Fanman said, it's not for me. I haven't done like the open beta or whatever, so I have no idea what Novel AI is actually like. I would try it. I hit the button. And I'm dead. Yeah. Like, I would try Novel AI or whatever and see how it is, especially if it's free. I'm not sure if it'll be worth it though. Also, for everyone who's talking about how, like, AI Dungeon 2 has, like, gotten bad or whatever, what about, like, the versions of AI? I hit the wrong button.
Like the old AI? Like the old multiplayer?
Well, they're just like downloadable versions of AI Dungeon 2, where if you have like the right hardware, you can run it, or whatever. So are people just using that? Like, why don't people just use like the global AI thing, which is supposed to be like, it's on your computer, you don't have to connect to the internet? Because that would just be the older version, which I thought was like pretty decent. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I just don't have that downloadable version. I think I tried to get it, and I don't think my computer had like the right specs for it to work the way it needed to. Fanman said, play Novel AI as a video. I would, especially if it's free once it comes out. He said, even though I hate you, play it. Strong words and weird mixed requests.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell him you hate him, then how are you gonna get him to give you that thought?
Rap King said, yo, Rap King, welcome to the stream, it's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Any discussion topics that I talk about on the stream? I'm actually only going to stream for about a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to dippity-doop-dop. I was just planning to stream this for like about an hour or so. I have made some pretty good progress on the game.
So I have been watching Lucifer for like 2 episodes into the last like batch. Like eventually I'll keep watching those and like be able to tell Maddie what I think.
Awesome. Because she does want to know your thoughts.
We've already, like if she's finished the show, like these episodes that I'm watching, then we've already watched like, you know, like 5-6 of the show. Like in common already.
Like you guys could already talk about how they're going.
We all kind of watched like Lucifer, I don't know, season 1 or something. But like everyone else, or like my parents and like myself kind of watched some of it. but I guess they'll drop off. But I just kept going, right? Like, if Maddie's watched most of it or all of it, I mean, Maddie can at least talk about like the seasons that's come out already.
One moment, Ryan.
Like 2, 3, 4.
Rap King asks, Nick, do you think Firestorm is omnipotent? No. No, who says that? Is there, like, I've never heard anyone...
Omnipotent?
Yeah, like that he's all powerful. No,
Why
not
would
at
he be
all.
omnipotent?
He's just not. He can like transmute matter, which is really good, but he's certainly not all powerful. That sounds really weird for Firestorm, for that even to be a Firestorm.
When someone tried like making like a rock that, you know, Firestorm can't melt, like one of those logical things that the god can't do.
Yeah, that's so weird. I do have to go
Like,
for now, you guys, because it's like an hour in. I hope you guys are having a happy, fun day. Thank you all for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't, and share this video with your friends. And feel free to join our Discord, because that's how I'm like talking to Ryan on the stream. Anyone can jump in the voice chat if they want to talk.
So all you hot girls, you know, it's hot girl summer.
Goodness.
You know, hit up Nick. Hit up my boy.
But yeah, thank you for the shout out, Ryan. Speaking of which, shout out to Ryan. Thank you for tuning in. Fanman said Rexplode versus Gambit.
To Nick's dick.
Gambit.
Hot girl summer 2021.
Gambit would annihilate Rexplode. He has so much more experience, and he's in so much more stuff.
Yeah, and his stuff is like for pink. You know, like that color advantage over Rexplode. Rexplode is like orange.
That's
like
just,
all over, you know?
That's not how superpowers work. But anyways,
everyone knows that like pink is better than orange.
This is your host, your friend, your boy, JetBlackRLSH only here with
Nick's dick shout out person.
Ryan, logging out. Peace, guys. Check it about. I liked the questions near the end. I like that people were asking about comic book stuff.